Hello?
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Welcome to ParagonDS podcast. My name's That Dutch Geek. Hello. Hey. Hi.
My name's Sojuke33.
Is this where I do my thing?
Yeah.
Yes, so you say that your name's.
My name's my name's ParagonDS. Hello.
Didn't even say Paragon, dude. I'm
Didn't even
disappointed.
say ParagonDS, bro.
Why is my name ParagonDS?
Why
like
is it?
actually.
You quite fucking
I
like
fucking
it.
like it, man. How you doing, guys?
Dude, today, special guest, our first... Yo, chat, did you know that Para is a Twitch partner? Did you know that Para has over 50k subs on YouTube? This is...
60 actually.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I didn't want to put you down there. 60k on YouTube, my
You,
bad.
don't, you get someone on and you don't even do the research, my guy.
Shut the fuck up.
Yikes. I haven't done any research.
Well,
Should I have done research?
I mean, that's
I'm
what this
kind of a big
podcast is
deal.
going to be about. We're gonna
This is the research.
get to know our boy a little better, you know?
True. I'm not even. Hold on.
Oh, boy, he's not even in
God.
podcast mode, dude. Spent fucking 20 minutes fixing his beard, gave up on it, and now here he is. Not even ready, bro. What the fuck is this? So there's
Right,
no
well, if
princess.
you
Did you say gave up on it?
Yeah,
It's really rude, bro.
but you're not wearing the fucking little star yet, so you gave up on
That
it.
is fixing my. Yeah, I took them out. I took one look in the mirror. I had to shave. I trimmed my neck. Okay, I had to get it. You know, that's what I did. I
It's
oiled
nice
my
to
beard
see
as
you
well, but
putting
you can't really
effort in.
tell. But I oiled my beard.
Oh.
So, you know, if you're
Good
really
job.
wondering where I was
Nah.
I was getting a drink and I was oiling
Wait.
my beard.
Oh, Christ, and
What's
I
up?
bet you are a bloody Jesus.
Finish that. Finish that thought.
I'm the partnered one. I'm the one who needs to be like, oh, sorry, I was fucking getting my butler to hand me some Twitch Primes.
I was
before
powdering my
managed
nose.
to get on the... Dude, I noticed, like, right before I don't go on camera, right, ever, I noticed I have, like, it's not like a pimple, it's just a red, like, lump on my nose, dude. It's stressing me out. It's stressing me out completely, dude.
Can you give us
Like,
a quick
fuck.
vape?
Quick vape to start the
Quick
podcast
vape for the
off right.
boys.
Quick vape for the boys.
Also, this is for Anton. This is the blackcurrant menthol that I vape. They follow me on Twitter.
It's kind of a big deal,
That's
guys.
what- Yeah.
It's kind of a big deal, chat. It's kind of a big deal.
Here we go.
Here we go. Ooh.
Look at
Ooh,
that.
look at
Amazing.
There you go.
Amazing. I'm erect.
There you go.
Just like
Alright.
that.
We're here. Another Friday.
Right, well-
Not a podcast.
Another podcast, yeah, with another podcast with another guest.
Yeah. I love doing
And,
these
uh,
guest ones. They're lit. They're just
Well,
great.
similar to Henrico, someone we met through GTA RP,
Yeah.
and is just an absolute poggers footer cock of a human being.
What's your recent obsession with fruit or cocks? Because that was all you spoke about yesterday on stream.
There was this fucking meme, and it's just like it's like a picture of this anime girl, I guess, with a caption, and then it's a video, and you play the video, and the voiceover is just like, what did you mean when you said it would be poggers if I had a big footed cock to impregnate your boy pussy with, right? And yeah, it's just kind of
That'll
been
do it.
the fixation. It's just kind of been the, and
That'll
now
do it,
like
dude.
Futa cock has become synonymous with something that's pog, right? So it's like, you having a good day, dude? Futa cock day out here, dude.
I don't think
going
it
well.
is. To be honest,
I don't think. Yeah. No. I don't think. I think you're the only one. You and Anton maybe are the only ones
Yeah.
that made Fudacock a synonym for poggers. Like, I'll be honest.
Yeah, and it'll probably only
I
last
don't
like
think
3
that's
days,
gonna.
but it's funny.
Yes, I don't feel that will trend. If I'm being honest.
Don't think it'll stick.
Dude, what was I trying to force a meme of? Yonkers?
Yonkers, New York, bro.
Yeah, so there's a place in New York called Yonkers. Like, it's a city. Isn't that funny?
Not really.
Nah.
Just the the word Yonkers, though. Like, It's pretty funny.
Yes.
So I was like,
Wait, how
I
old
was
are
like,
you?
listen,
Duke, how old are you?
23. Okay, bro. So I was like, listen, guys. I bet if I start saying Yonkers, like it'll catch on. But I kind of gave up on it really quick. But I bet that if I try really hard to force that meme, dude, Dutch would have been saying it within a week. Like,
I'm very impressionable. That is very true.
very impressionable, dude.
Like,
Super,
if someone I play games with like says a certain word like X amount of times, I'll be like, that'll slip into my vocabulary faster than
Me
Anton slips in
and
my boy pussy.
Thaigan and a buddy of ours, we went about 5 years saying the word Gurk. G-U-R-K. Gurk stands for like good. Like it was like if something was like embarrassing, and instead of saying oh yeah that's embarrassing, you just say Gurk, which was the most retarded thing ever.
I lived with a guy when I was in uni.
That's the
from Essex who would say like peak, but it meant bad. Which
no, that's like common in like
I've heard that before.
Chav lingo.
But like, how
like
can peak mean bad?
How can deng mean bad?
That's one I haven't heard.
What, you haven't heard? You hear peng, right?
Yeah, I've heard peng.
Yeah,
is
deng
deng
is
the
just the
antithesis
opposite.
of-
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the UK, bro.
Dude. That if you hear someone say, "Oh, that's deng," you know that they're lower class.
So you would never say
I mean, if you hear someone say that's peng, they're probably a
Probably.
few IQ short of a dozen.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyway.
I mean, they're also teetering on lower class.
I'm pretty sure I said peng today, but it's all ironic, isn't it? When, yeah, like Koi came in chat and he said he ordered pizza and I said that's a peng ting, but not, you know.
No,
it's-
see, you added ting on the end. That's exponentially worse.
Yeah, but that
than if you
because
were
it's
to say peng.
exponentially more ironic, right?
Is it ironic
Is it
though?
though?
Like, you can
Yeah,
only say
because
certain,
that-
you can only say things a certain amount of times before people stop to believe that it's ironic. You know what I mean?
Not in my world.
You're
bro.
gonna start
Not in my
using
world,
that.
dude.
You're gonna start using that.
I'm not gonna stop. No, I'm gonna stop saying peng ting ironically as soon as South Africans stop XDing.
Never.
Unironically. Have you noticed this? Because
I mean, I went through a phase when I was a teenager of XDing, but it's
right.
that phase
right.
you grow out of.
Everyone went through a phase when they were a teenager.
But South Africans never left that phase. Like, look at Trinok.
But
for
this is
instance.
like
Trinok XDs a lot. And today, I woke up to like 20 fucking mentions on Twitter of Trinok
of XDing South Africans.
tagging a bunch of South Africans. Oh yeah, Sir Duke 33 and that Dutch Geek did research, right? And apparently us South Africans XD a lot. Is this true? And every fucking South African was like XD. So like, yeah, Pog, dude.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of XD.
So, what's your beef with XD then?
it's just,
Well, there's a reason you don't do it anymore. Let's just say that much,
yeah,
right?
right? Like,
There's a reason we stopped.
It just kind of felt there isn't no. I can't go back in the timeline of my life and think yes, that is why I stopped XDing. I just kind of.
But it's like
because we grew up. Aaron.
you grew out of it, right? Like,
I replaced.
and you look at
XD
people
with
XD, and you're like,
haha.
okay, well they're
Yeah,
either
I'll say
14
like,
or
or
South
like,
African.
you know, because I've been on Twitch for for a decent amount of time. I'll say like lol, you know what I mean? Like that's like kind of like my new XD is just lol.
Lol XD, lol XD.
No,
I don't use lol.
my balls
No, I
dropped,
don't
so we
use lol.
stopped XDing, and now my balls are gone. Anton, that's a very good story. Anyway, how we doing, guys? How have you guys' weeks been?
Now we'll get into the weeks. I'll start because I had a pretty good week, dude. As far as weeks go, I'd say this is the Fuda cock of weeks.
Oh,
I mean, that was very forced. I just wanted to get another one out there before I'm damned to hell. Dude, WoW's been sick. Really, WoW's been fucking poggers. And Apex has been just I'm deep in Apex. I'm sucked in by WoW. I still have to play scary games, so I'm gonna be getting back on Alien Isolation on Monday. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, but
It's a bad game. I'll be real.
you got to do it. It's
You hate Outlast, you're gonna hate Alien
it's
Isolation.
spooky month.
Straight up.
I've been streaming.
Outlast fucking sucks.
Dude, Outlast is fucking garbage.
Outlast is so shit, dude.
Outlast is terrible. I'm so glad to hear that, Because I feel like a lot of
Can
people...
I tell you why though?
Sure.
You're going.
Okay, so the first 5 minutes of Outlast are really good.
Yeah.
Right? It's all the best bits of Amnesia, you know, you can't fight back, you're scared of everything around the corner, and then within the first 5 minutes you're introduced to the very first enemy. And in that single encounter, you learn how to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can abuse the AI, you can run around it, you're faster than it. So that for me was like, right, and every time like the scary music happens, like, oh yeah, you're forced to run away. It's just like, well, I know how to deal with it. It's like the tension's completely gone. I don't really give a fuck. Whereas Amnesia, it was so unpredictable. It fucking shit pants. It was awful, in a good way.
Plus, Amnesia also had that whole like sanity system, right? But if you were low on sanity, you'd see like a lot of fake versions of this monster around. That,
Yeah,
you
you'd
know,
see
Yeah,
fucked
yeah,
up
yeah.
shit, yeah.
Like it's fucking wild. I love
Just
Amnesia.
I'm Outlast. Yeah, the scariness wears off pretty quick, and you realize how bad the AI is, and it's like,
It's not good.
yeah. And then,
It's not good at all.
oh, dude, the Whistleblower DLC, I wasn't scared. I was just upset. It was just so bad. It was just like, I didn't enjoy it at all. I kind of had to force myself to finish it, and then at the end, I was like, guys, that was fucking terrible. But you know, Alien Isolation, dude, I'm sure it's gonna be good. Okay. I'm sure it's going to be at least scary.
Apparently it's better. Apparently it's good. That's what I've heard.
Apparently it's
Well,
long.
I'll tell you
That's the only
my
issue I have.
gripes with Alien Isolation. It's a long game,
Yeah.
and after the first hour, it's just rinse repeat. Go find this key card. Oh wait, the alien is there, and he's just gonna one-shot you because the AI is dumb. Oh, hide in the locker. Oh, you have a flamethrower now. Flame it. But after you flame it, it'll be back in like 2 seconds, so you better run anyway. It's not great. It's not great.
We'll figure. Well, listen. It was a gift. I got to get through it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I still think Resident Evil 7 is going to be the best of the games that I play. Right? I mean, let's face it. Resident Evil 7 is a really good game. But yeah, I mean, this week it's been wild. It's been Apex. It's been pretty chill, pretty fun. Long streams. That's what games like WoW do to you, though. Because you can just sit on WoW for hours, right? And it's like, what's stopping me from streaming for another like 3 hours past midnight, just leveling on WoW or whatever? So yeah, it's been good. And like, obviously it's kind of my first deep WoW experience. We got to 50, and now I'm just kind of like going around doing God knows what, doing all sorts of quest lines. Got away with the name Cumhoof still for 6 days now, I think.
Nice.
And made Moose Knuckle. And I can't believe that name wasn't taken, but I'm so happy. So now I've got Moose Knuckle, my High Mountain Tauren. And yeah, just aside from that, it's just been Apex. Apex is a fucking blast, dude. I don't know. Car alarm's going off outside, and now it has stopped.
Okay, nice.
How was your week, Para?
It was alright. I've had better weeks. I've only played WoW. I dipped my toes back into Hearthstone, and then I've just done some Daisy admin thing on the side. But I'm getting... Dude, I don't know what it was, but for the past... Ever since lockdown, I've struggled so hard to find a game to, like, latch onto. I thought Wasteland 3 was going to be that game. Because if Wasteland 3 had base building, I'd be all over it. But I didn't enjoy Wasteland 3 as much as I thought I would. So at the moment, I'm just kind of I'm sure everybody's been through that where they're in like this gaming void and they're not particularly sure what they want to do.
Yeah.
Right now, WoW is kind of filling that void. So I'm chilling on fucking WoW. I'm playing Soma as well.
Ooh,
like,
nice.
I've never played that before. Unfortunately, that was the same case that with Soma. The very first enemy that I encountered bugged out,
Oh no.
and it was just standing still. I was like,
yeah, that
damn,
takes
this
away
would have
from
been
it.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been really cool if it was like working properly, but that kind of irked me a bit.
Yeah. That sucks. Like
yeah.
Soma for me, I played it when it came out. Like I don't know, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. When did it come out? A few years ago. Obviously because it's frictional games, and I love Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Machine for Pigs wasn't great, but then again, it wasn't developed by them. It was developed by a different, like a company that they were like, yeah, you can make the next Amnesia, sure, haha. Wasn't that great. IMO. And then Soma came out, and I loved it. It's just, it felt really like Amnesia, just with some extra mechanics and a different setting. You know what I mean? Like I really enjoyed it. I really vibed with it. It was good.
And then the other thing on my radar right now is the Demon Souls remake, but I've even got a PS5, and I'm not particularly sure if I'm going to get one yet. So, yeah, that's pretty much my... It's very depressing speaking to me.
No,
when,
I mean,
yeah.
everyone's been through that gaming void,
Yeah.
and like, I'm glad not to be in it right now, I guess, like with WoW and Apex.
Mm-hmm.
I feel Wasteland 3 really did enjoy it, but it's another game that's kind of joined the pile of games that I'm never going to finish. I feel like I got a decent way into it, I feel like, and I was enjoying it, but it's like you take a fucking 5-minute break from a game like that and then play something else and you never touch it again. Mm-hmm. I still have this huge back catalog of games that's like I really want to play and just haven't. The experience for me so far hasn't been ideal. Metro Exodus is one of the first games. It's like you play, like it was really badly optimized when it first came out and shit. So it was like really shitty to play, and I didn't like streaming a game like that. So that's on the pile. Now Horizon Zero Dawn's on the pile as well, because I started that, maybe played it twice, and then never moved on. But yeah, just struggling to find a game that really like grabs you is something that I think
I've been on this.
The worst bit is when I'm in that void, I'm very susceptible to like Dota getting me again, and then I end up playing fucking Dota or some shit. It's whack.
I've been in that void for a long ass time. The very first game where I could feel myself giving less of a fuck was God of War. Like I started God of War on the hardest difficulty, got to the Valkyrie area, thought, fuck this, can't upload. Then it was like Mass Effect Andromeda. Like never finished that.
And I love Mass Effect, but that game just wasn't it.
Yeah. And then I haven't finished Last of Us 2, but apparently I'm kind of near the end. Ghost of Tsushima. I think it's just single player games in general. I'll get really hyped for them, and then I'll just fucking get bored.
I never play single player games off stream, bro. Like that's why I complete single player games, because I'm streaming it and I have something like, you know, it's not just me, right? There's a couple of people that are like,
I still have that same issue though, even when I'm streaming them, you know. I get that same issue. It's like
I don't know, like streaming a single player game motivates me to like complete it. You know what I mean? Because I just don't let myself play anything else until I'm done with the single player game.
For me, it's just like if I get bored, I feel like either the people watching are going to feel the same, or because I'm bored of it, it's not going to be a very engaging for me to stream, and I'll just move on to something that I know I'm going to have a good time playing, which is why it's like Apex just comes back every month or whatever, every 2 months, and just like gets me again, because it's just so fucking fun and engaging, you know. But yeah, how's your week been?
For me, sorry, I was that for me when they're playing, I don't know if it's because I used to stream. We'll probably get onto that later. But because I used to stream, I can't eat. So Red Dead Redemption 2, I never finished either, and I even bought it on PC like when it came out for the 60 FPS and all. And I thought, right, I'm gonna fully immerse myself, gonna shut off all like my extra monitors and just have the one monitor. And then within 25 minutes, I had my other monitor open with a YouTube video on in the background. Like I can't play single player games and get immersed without having something else on. Like even if I'm not even paying attention to it, right? It just has to be there. And I don't know if that's because of streaming or whatever. Like I need that extra thing to once in a while take my focus.
Maybe like a weird sort of side effect of having streamed a lot.
Yeah.
Where you just kind of need a constant something live alongside you while you play. It's kind of But I'm kind of with you. I can't. It's funny because I had this with WoW. Like I'll be playing. Obviously, WoW is a perfect game to play while watching YouTube videos at the same time.
Yeah.
But then there'll be like a cutscene or something in WoW, and I'm like, do I want to pause the YouTube video for this WoW cutscene? I don't want to skip the cutscene.
That cinematic, dude.
Yeah, right. It's it's a fucking.
I'm gonna be
dilemma.
the worst person to play Shadowlands with because I'll be on my lore boner. I'll be taking my time with quests and getting through all the I'll hit max level, and if I know that there's still a zone that I haven't quested in yet, I'm going to that zone and questing it, bro, because I want to fucking yeah. So it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good ass time.
Dutch.
Hello.
How was your week?
My week has been it's been alright. World of Warcraft, a game that I've been playing since I was 12 years old, and it's about it's that time again where new stuff is getting added to the game, and now that all my homies are also playing it, I'm even more excited because this is the first time I'm gonna play a WoW expansion with the boys. You know what I mean? So that's very exciting. And other than that, bro, I don't know. I've been chilling, bro. Been streaming, been vibing. Lost 30.5 kilograms today, which is like the halfway point of my weight loss journey. So that's very fucking fun.
The way you put it, you made it sound like you just woke up and just like 30 kilograms fell off you.
Yeah, I woke up and suddenly like I've been going at the weight loss thing for about 7 months now.
Yeah.
And I reached the halfway. Like 30 kilograms was initially my by December I want to lose this, and then I want to lose 60 by 2021 Christmas. And yeah, I mean 30.5 as of today. So with like what 2 months to spare, dude. So I'm chilling, bro. I'm really happy about that. So we're over halfway.
You gonna get buff as fuck now?
I do intend on going to the gym, but probably I'm way too anxious.
Buff geek.
I'm way too anxious with COVID to go to the gym, bro.
Yeah. Gyms are like going to the gym is a lot of fun. I when I did my whole weight loss muscle gain thing. I fucking hate dieting. Dieting can suck a dick, but the gym is so much fucking fun.
My problem with the gym is I need to get there, but once I'm there, I'll go ham for 2 hours. It's just the process of I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go to the gym. Those 15 minutes are so hard for me. Once I'm there, I can go in for 2 hours and just fucking train myself.
I mean, that's standard shit, dude. I get the same shit for streaming.
But yeah, I do want to do get buff because I'm gonna have a lot of loose skin as well, right? Because I'm fat. So I want to get, if I buff myself up a little bit, that loose skin will also find a little bit more place to.
Doesn't it help with loose skin? It's the speed at which you lose weight, right?
Yeah.
And you've been losing weight fucking rapid. So I haven't spoken to anybody who's had to go through that other than I know a couple of women who had surgery and stuff like that. One of them had the gastric bypass thing. Where you make your stomach smaller or something like that.
Yeah.
And I know that she had some loose skin, and then there was techniques that you could do to.
There's also surgery as well. They'll just slowly snip it off.
We'll see. We'll tackle that when we get to it. But,
yeah.
I posted a picture on Instagram today. Follow me on Instagram, chat. And I was just a comparison of me 7 months ago and now, and just not a proper here's my belly because I'm still way too fucking about that.
Yeah.
But just my head alone, bro. You can see my head is way smaller than it used to be. My head actually has an oval shape now, whereas 7 months ago it was round. You know.
Before Para has to suffer through any more Tauren Rule 34, I think we have to get some tattoo tour. So what's the deal?
Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tattoos. Right? Okay, so we'll quickly do a rundown. Jesus Christ. That is the summon sign from Dark Souls. That is a cross because I used to be religious. I love Jesus. No, when my dad died, we used to go to church and stuff like that, and there's a story behind it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then on my wrist, there is the hunter symbol from Bloodborne. That is the diabetic symbol.
That's a caduceus,
Can't really
isn't
see it.
Is it?
It's a really old one. It's basically the universal medical symbol.
Yeah, because you can wear a band as well. I guess if someone sees that, they can be like, oh, he's diabetic.
Yeah.
But also tattoo. Epic.
That is one of my favorite songs, Life's an Ocean by The Verve, fucking kick-ass band. This is it is a love heart, but it's from a album by a band called Empathy Test, which are really cool. It's like an 80s synthwave kind of like fucking emotional shit. This is the Firekeeper from Dark Souls 3, and below him is some children. Now, the reason I got this is there's a little bit more to it than that. Basically, I had some no-nos on this album which I wanted to cover up, and when I was streaming, we did a stream for Extra Life for Kids, which is a charity that funds children's hospitals, and it was my very first charity stream, and in one stream we raised £1,400 playing Dark Souls. Basically, it was really cool actually, because I was playing Dark Souls 3 with a mod, and they could send in donations of a weapon name, and the game would change to that weapon of what they donated in.
That's fucking sick. Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so there's a few fights that require a certain weapon. So obviously when those fights happen, people would just donate like crazy and be trolls and stuff.
Oh, like Yom, right.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So that was really cool. So I got that as kind of like a incentive, and I really love it anyway, because it's like, it's a nice happy one.
Oh yeah, no, we won't go into the no-nos.
Here I have the Punisher symbol, the skull.
Oh, hell
yeah. Yeah. I can show that maybe later. And then on my back, the very first tattoo I got is...
It's a back
something to do with my dad. Yeah.
Is it big?
I'm surprised that...
No.
Oh, okay.
You know, as big as a Batman fan you are, you haven't gotten any fucking Batman tats yet, bro. I'm surprised.
Weirdly enough, I used to know this girl, right, who had the old the yellow and black Batman logo.
Yeah? Like
on her crotch.
The fucking Tim Burton... What?
Yeah, on her crotch. And I think that may have soured it a little bit for me.
Don't blame
when
you.
I saw
Don't blame you.
Yeah. So, but no, that is... if I was to get one, I think it would be either a full portrait of the New 52 Batman or the Nolan Bat symbol logo. I think that looks the cleanest. So, that's on my
yeah, there's definitely options.
Yeah, those are my tattoos. I want more. I have a really cool tattoo artist that I work with called Jane. She's super dope.
Big up, James.
And yeah, Jane.
Oh, well.
What's my accent, dude?
Big up
I'm
James,
from up north.
Big up,
so.
big up James, you know? James is alright too, I guess.
James is a cool dude.
Yeah.
Alright, Para. We met you, as Duke mentioned previously, we met you on GTA Roleplay. I met you a little before Duke did, because Duke wasn't a part of Thirst, but I like when I did the MC thing there, we met Thoigen and Converted first. The Miles brothers, they rolled into town and happened to show up at the MC Clubhouse, and we showed them a good time. Made them stab some homeless people and stuff. And then you like randomly showed up, being a friend of theirs, and that's kind of how we got introduced. It wasn't the greatest introduction because Arthur Biddle was a fucking idiot. But
I died right first day on the server. I died.
But regardless, that was kind of our first like introduction. And as we roleplayed more, we started like talking a little bit, and beyond just roleplay. He turned out to be a pretty alright dude, even though you roleplayed a fucking dumb idiot. And then obviously we went to Matriarch, and then Duke found you, and then you made the fucking accountant, who was a really cool character, and I was like, yo, Para can be just a silly dumb idiot.
I found him. Like he was like in Augusta or something.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we met on Matreon.
Gotcha.
Didn't find him.
I mean, I'm Dutch. Smile. My English isn't always perfect.
Okay, bro, don't pull that card. Come on now.
Oh, I'll pull that card anytime. Anytime you give me a chance to pull that fucking I'm foreign card, I will. So there you go.
Okay.
But yeah, that's that. You know, and then, you know, obviously we meme about like, you know, ooh, who's your Twitch partner, guys, ooh, and stuff, because it's funny, right? Like you talk in someone's chat, and we're all relatively small streamers.
Yeah, we all just
when a Twitch
for that
partner
partner
shows up,
pick.
we're always like, haha, Pepe laugh, Twitch partner, guys, and it's funny. It's fucking funny, and I'll never stop doing it. But that, you know, obviously you've streamed a lot. You have a YouTube channel that has some bangers. How did you get started in this whole like content creation thing, I guess?
At the very beginning, I used to edit Halo 3 montages and Gears of War montages back, what was it now? When did Gears of War 1 came out? Or Halo 3, 2007?
Yeah.
Like
Right about that time. So absolutely more than 10 years ago. So when it came to like learning editing stuff, that was where I started, and it's always been Vegas. Like I've always used Vegas like forever, and I kind of wish I hadn't. But in the grand scheme of things, I started when I was like 13, 14, but the actual ParagonDS like venture, let's say, started when Dark Souls 3 came out. Like right when it came out. And I was going through the Untended Graves, which you guys have played Dark Souls 3, right? You know what the Untended Graves is.
Yeah.
I was going through there, and I thought to myself, like, because I was big into the Dark Souls lore, like I love Dark Souls 2. I don't care what anyone says. I absolutely love Dark Souls 2. I love the lore of Dark Souls 2, so I got really into it then. I didn't really play Dark Souls 1 too much until I fell in love with Dark Souls 1 too much until I fell in love with Dark Souls 2.
Okay.
So I was going through the Untended Graves and Dark Souls 3, and I thought to myself, like, shit, like, as the meme is, what is the lore implications here, right?
Right.
And I thought, I know what they are. Like, I know what it is. And I wrote a script, and I did a video. Now, it was really shit. I used a USB headset mic for it. It was awful. But within a day, it got 30,000 views.
Woo!
Now this is my whole thing. Now I've literally studied my, let's say, success, and I know why I was successful.
Right.
It's because when I did that very first lore video, Vati Vidya, who is the Dark Souls lore guy, wasn't doing videos. Nobody was doing lore videos when Dark Souls 3, because he was doing a big one. Like his very first Dark Souls 3 video, he did all the bosses combined. So it took him maybe 3 weeks to do.
Right.
So I was one of the very first lore videos for Dark Souls 3. So that immediately got traction. And there's so much I could say about, like, there's so much advice I could give to, like, new or even current content creators. Now that I know why I was successful and how I maintained it. Obviously now it's a big meme that I don't do that shit anymore, like whatever, but that's like my own choice. But I know, at least I know why I was successful. And that's because I filled the niche. Yeah. Right? It's literally as simple as that.
There was
like,
a void and you got there first.
Yeah, it was a shit tier video. My mic sounded awful, but I got there first. That's why it was successful, right? And then I was just pumping videos out like every day, like lore videos. I was fucking riding that wave, dude. I was like, holy shit, after so long, like I'm actually getting people commenting on shit and stuff. And then I did that for 3 years. And then there's a bunch of other stuff that happened in between there, which goes into why I don't do it anymore. And again, if you want to know that, you're more than free to ask me. But then cut to like when I quit, which was probably maybe a year ago, like properly, I didn't give a shit about YouTube anymore. Like previously when I thought, oh shit, someone's commented on my video, now it was, oh fucking hell, someone's commented on my video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
that's, I guess, Well, when you look at like content creators who've been around for a long time, especially the bigger ones, or you know, that have come out in the last few years, it's like I think when you're starting out, obviously every comment is an exciting prospect when you've never had a comment before, right? Or like or you the only comments are like your mum or whatever. And so as soon as, you know, suddenly people outside of that circle are like actually clicking on your shit, getting interested and engaging, like obviously that's a huge progress, bro. But
Big food a cock.
it seems like the general consensus after, you know, reaching any kind of acclaim, I mean, they say like when you've got haters, you've made it or whatever, right? But there's a lot of people that like YouTube comments now are like a huge source of anxiety for them, but they can't fucking stop because it's like they can't stop reading them. You know, I would say H3H3 is probably my best source for this, where like they eventually stop reading comments, but at the time it's like you could read a million good comments, but one bad one would fucking ruin your day.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like that happens to everyone eventually, just because when you're used to having, you know, comments and stuff, and then you've got like a regular fan base or whatever, suddenly, yeah, those negative comments have a lot of weight to them because that's your audience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's pretty common that eventually like that excitement over just getting some comments wears off quick, and then suddenly they're not just like random people finding your stuff anymore. It's the people that you have to or are trying to please with every single bit of content you put out, you know? So
Yeah, and
you kind of opened the door, I guess. Well, obviously we're not going to probe any deeper than you're comfortable with, but what led to you stopping making content?
there's literally a number of things that factor into it, so I can go through it bit by bit. One, it was when the very first adpocalypse started, right? So basically, for anybody in chat who doesn't know how YouTube works, and maybe, I don't know, maybe you guys don't either. Basically, YouTube works through ad revenue on a system called CPM, which is cost per mile, right? So YouTube CPM is you get paid per 1,000 views. So every 1,000 views you get a bit of cash. Now, this fluctuates because you've got people using ad block. You've got people using YouTube, Premium, Red, whatever the fuck it is, who don't get ads. So you could get 1,000 views, but only 200 of those actually watched an ad.
Yeah.
And what type of ad determines how much money you got as well. So if it's a skippable ad, you get less. If it's an unskippable ad, you get more. If the user watches the entirety of a skippable ad, you get more. So how it works is when the adpocalypse comes, to go further back, companies buy ads on YouTube, right? And they do on Twitch as well. Mm-hmm. So there's just this pot of money that YouTube and Twitch has that can go to all its content creators, and yada yada yada. Everyone gets a cut of the pie depending on the demographic, yada yada. It was simple. It was so much simpler back then. But after that whole YouTube apocalypse thing, you had massive companies not wanting to buy advertising space on the platform.
Yeah, because
So,
I think people got like clips of basically big companies' ads being on controversial videos, right? And they were like, "Oh, we don't want our products associated with this," and a lot of their ad support.
Yeah. So companies withdrew their advertising, and billions of dollars of this pot of money that goes out to creators turned into a very, very small amount, and which is now today. How many mobile game adverts do you see on YouTube? They're pretty much everywhere, right? It's all you see. It's just mobile games, because they don't give a fuck.
Right.
They don't give a fuck.
Right.
But so when I started doing YouTube, I think after year one, this is when the adpocalypse started. Now, if you think right now with you guys, I know Dutch, you're doing the YouTube thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
how hard would you say it is to get to 1,000 views?
I've not done it.
Just okay.
It's
So
hard.
what if I was to tell you those 1,000 views are worth about 53 cents?
Fuck yeah, dude. Hey. Yeah. It's trash.
You see where I'm getting at now? You
Yeah,
see
it's
where I'm getting at?
So
Yeah.
how when you were like at your peak, I guess, what was your viewership like? Like how big were your videos? Simply enough.
It fluctuated a lot. I say I would average around 30,000 per video. My highest one is 500,000. But it really depends, because what YouTube creators will do is they'll release their biggest videos around the holidays, around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Because more companies are buying adverts on the platform because it's the holidays, they want to sell their product. So the CPM, the cost per mile, can go from, let's just say $1. Like every 1,000 views you get $1. It can triple. Like around holidays, it will triple to like $3 per 1,000 views. So that's why. No, it literally is, because especially if you're a big YouTuber who, like, let's say PewDiePie, for example, pumping out millions of views per video, around Christmas time, you bet your ass he's gonna be doubling down on that shit, because there's just so much money to make.
So many people talk about how, like, everyone takes a break in January for that same reason.
Because, yep, because they've worked their ass off during December, getting as much
and
content
ads
out
aren't
as
worth
possible.
shit in January. In fact, I'm pretty sure PewDiePie's been pretty transparent about that, because like,
Yeah, he's been very
Yeah.
transparent about
like
his,
ads
revenue.
are worth less in January, dude. So everyone just takes a
Yeah,
fucking
because
break.
companies
That's, like,
withdraw their
Yeah.
advertising.
Yeah, and it's just a big dip after that, after the holidays. That's great. Yeah, I've
So-
actually never even thought about that.
So that was one of the things, is it wasn't financially stable enough for me to maintain. The second one is I was in a very toxic relationship at the time, and that relationship unfortunately integrated itself with my YouTube. And when I got out of that relationship, remnants of that relationship was still in that realm of content creation, and I just didn't want anything to do with it. I literally just shut the cupboard, locked it. I don't want anything to do with it,
Right.
like whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then the third thing was, after that whole toxic relationship thing, I was like, right, I'm gonna do this for fun, right? And I see a lot of people doing this. I see a lot of people say, don't care, I'm just gonna do it for fun. Don't care if I'm successful. Somebody who does it for fun and doesn't want to be successful doesn't bitch and moan when their numbers are low.
Yeah. Right.
And that's what I was doing.
Well, okay,
Right.
hold on. That's not necessarily true. I see what you mean. But
it's also
if you're
fun
doing
to
it for
see a
fun,
video
like,
do well, you know what I mean?
yeah, say you're doing it for fun, but not for the money, right? Still doing it for fun for like 2 people isn't nearly as fun when you could just be playing the game on your own and not having to worry about stuff, or like, so, I mean, obviously, okay, I'm hoping to make a living out of this someday. Still kind of like clawing my way up, but right now, it's more for fun than for money, and it would be a hell of a lot less fun if no one really cared. You know what I mean?
No, I
So
get
it's
that.
still like it. I feel like you can still get bogged down, worried about numbers, even if you're not intending to make a living from it. Of course, it's gonna matter to you that it's going better than it is, right? Or not going as well as you thought it would.
I think you can definitely have that mindset of you can do this for fun and like still care about your viewer retention, how many people are watching, stuff like that. You can definitely have that mindset, but for me it was very it put a massive damper on it. Like,
Yeah.
I could have a really fun stream where I'd put on this persona, because I mean, let's be honest, when we're streaming, we do put on somewhat of a persona, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're not all chippy and happy every thing. And this sounds really cliche, but because of my like mental state, I was putting on such a strong persona I could only last maybe about 3 hours. So my streams were super short because I just couldn't be fucking bothered. So that was another thing where it was like, I don't want to do this anymore because one, I'm just not enjoying it. And it's as simple as that. Like, and then another meme is that I stream every fucking 2 months or whatever.
Yeah.
That's because I forgot that I don't enjoy it.
Dude, I remember having this
I never
conversation. I
minded.
thought it was really funny. You were like, I'm thinking about streaming, but I really don't know. And I was like, yeah, just do it, man. And you and you did. And then you obviously didn't have a good time. You didn't stream. You just didn't stream again for another 2 months. Yeah, until I guess you'd just forgotten that
Yo, how about you just forget that you don't enjoy streaming again?
permanently.
And just play WoW on stream with the boys. Thoughts? Just
Oh,
forget
well,
it, you know? Just forget that you don't enjoy streaming. Play WoW with the boys.
The thing is, because with what I said earlier about I know why I'm successful or was successful, I know what I need to do to make my stream successful, right? I know exactly the void that I need to fill, and I could get those numbers. And not to sound big-headed or anything, but I know I know my audience demographic, like, and that is if you want to succeed in Twitch or content creation, you need to know your demographic, like 100%. Like if you've pumped out 3 videos of Apex, and then they do pretty well, and then you pump out a video of WoW and it does absolutely shit, there's a reason.
Yeah.
You know, they're there for Apex, and
My
this is why
demographic
I will.
loves
There you go. I will stand by this today. Right now, there are like I think 3 ways to make it on Twitch: gimmick, professional, or personality. Right? If you don't fill those 3 things, you know, you need to. There's no other way. But if you want to be successful, like we're not talking like you can stream for fun, like whatever. Who cares? You can stream with friends and you can have all your buddies watch. That's fine. But if you are doing this to be successful, you need to fill that quota. Because
or any combination of those 3.
Yeah. There's tens of thousands of people who are trying to do that as well, and it's very frustrating when people come to me and they say, I've been streaming for 5 years and I'm not even at like 1,000 followers yet. You know, what am I doing wrong? And the harsh reality is, and it sounds very mean and it sounds very degrading, no one cares. Why should an audience member come? And we're speaking, if you want to be successful again, if they're coming in waves, why should they care about you? You have to answer that like number 1, right? That's on you. That's not on the audience. You have to answer that question yourself. Like, why should my audience join my stream and care about what I'm doing? And the reality is, variety gaming, I would say it's impossible to be successful. In this day and age, if you want to be a variety streamer and be successful, not gonna happen.
I mean,
not gonna happen.
Well, I feel like that is a sort of counterpoint to what you've already said, where if you have personality or gimmick or are professional.
Yeah, unless you're filling that quote, unless you're like Shroud can play whatever he wants, right? Because he started with.
Yeah, but Shroud's already there,
CS,
so we don't like that doesn't count, right? But I mean,
So,
I think that you're right about you need either one or like any combination of those 3 things. Like I agree, and I think that you can have any of those 3 things and be a variety streamer and do well.
I honestly don't feel like you could unless you establish yourself within a franchise already.
What?
Even the.
Like, there are franchises, I would say, it can be still ridiculously difficult to establish yourself in any number of things purely because they're so saturated, though. And if you don't have one of those 3 things, there's no way you could establish yourself pretty much anywhere. You know what I mean? Because if you are streaming, say, just Apex, for example, and you are really fucking good, right? But your stream's like not remotely entertaining. it'll still be difficult for you to take off because you'll still get buried by.
I mean, Shroud did.
But Shroud got big like 6 years ago or some shit. You know what I mean? Like it was a different time. Where
well,
and
when-
wasn't Shroud actually? Wait, was Shroud in a pro team?
No, I think he started a pro team.
I don't know.
I might be thinking 1G.
When I think Shroud got popular just because he is a living aimbot, right?
Yeah, he's very good.
And he
Yeah.
started streaming at a time where it was still a very like undiscovered, like
Yeah.
very 6 or 7 years ago compared to now. Twitch was a completely different landscape, right? And it was just completely like it was very fresh still. So that also helped. The timing helped, and the fact that he played CS, which just was the game.
Yeah,
in
that was
time.
the like esport.
And so if you're
longest
like
time.
he's a god at the game, he's streaming on a platform that is still very, very like ripe for the picking.
Yeah.
And he played a game that was very popular at the time. I mean, that made him just.
But that's what that's like it's you can be a variety streamer in this day and age and be successful. But in my opinion, you need to start off with that niche and then expand, if that makes sense. Like you need to first be discovered within a certain corner of the internet, and then once you build that audience, that's when you can expand into variety. Right? That makes sense?
I feel, I mean, obviously there's an element of luck, right? With all of these things, there's a very large element of luck. But basically, I guess I don't think you need. Well, first of all, it's obviously growing increasingly difficult to find any kind of niche, right? Because of how obviously certain games are saturated, but also the platform is getting saturated like by the fucking day, right? But I think that those three pillars of streaming are far more important than what you stream. Purely because no matter what you're playing, if you're trying to build a niche, you need at least one of those things to set yourself apart from everybody else that's there, right?
Yeah.
It's just, and then after that, it is really just luck on who's gonna stumble over your channel and like how it's gonna go from there. I mean,
So
there's so much there's so much like to it, and obviously like networking and social media and shit like that a lot of people swear by, but it seems like there is no one surefire way to do well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I just think some mentality, like, I say a lot of mentalities behind streaming is that I'm streaming every day. I'm streaming for 6 hours every day. Why am I not succeeding?
Yeah, right.
Like, why am I not growing? And you can watch these streams and be like, well, there you go. I know why, and
Yeah.
I've been here for 5 minutes. But I do, like, there's a couple of examples, like, there's a guy that I met called Sammy, and he used to stream Fallout, and he had like 2 viewers, and I was really into Fallout, so I watched it just randomly. And he was getting nowhere, like completely just dead set, just bottom of the barrel, you know, wasn't succeeding whatsoever. And then he switched to Dead by Daylight, and it was the same thing. Like, didn't really go anywhere. Maybe he got a couple of new followers and stuff. And then he started doing cosplays whilst streaming Dead by Daylight as the, like,
that's the
he was
gimmick.
cosplaying as like the kills and stuff. Yeah, as the gimmick. Dude's 400 viewers now. Every single time he can play whatever he wants, and he still gets 100 viewers. And
Yeah.
he did that within the span of like 6 months. And it's, if he had that mindset of, right, I'm just gonna be like everybody else and stream Dead by Daylight and put, I don't want to say minimal effort in, because I know streaming is a lot harder than what everybody assumes it is. But there is that certain aspect of, you've got to do something because there are so many other people trying as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's very frustrating. Like, that's why I mean, you can meme about me being a partner all you want, but my Twitch never really popped off. It was really my YouTube that was the reason I got partner.
Yeah.
Because my Twitch, like I said, I didn't have the personality for it. I mean, I did for maybe an hour, and then I turned it off. I wasn't regular. I didn't maintain a schedule. Didn't have a niche, whatever. It was a platform I couldn't survive on. Like, live format was not a platform that suited me, but video format was. And when I this sounds really bad, but when I look at a lot of, let's say, streamers, I feel as though maybe live streaming is not their thing. You know, maybe just live streaming is not their thing.
Yeah, Dutch.
And I know that sounds bad.
Whoa, dude! Listen, man. I do this for fun. Smile.
Well, it sounds super big-headed, and
I mean, I don't think it. I think
mainly-
we've all tuned into a stream and been like, why is it? Why is this? In fact,
it's
no.
mainly-
You know what drives me insane
No, boy,
is tuning into a stream, not being entertained, not enjoying it, and wondering why so many people are watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Dude, there used to be this guy who, when I was streaming Dark Souls, there was this guy who out of nowhere was like, because me and the top Dark Souls boys, we all knew each other, and we all talked like we were the elite.
Yeah.
And then
nice
this guy
community.
comes out of nowhere and immediately gets like 600 viewers, and he's dressed as a medieval knight whilst he's playing. And we're all like, who the fuck is this guy? Turns out he was viewbotting, but still, like,
What? Nice.
but it was just the craziest shit like people will do, man. It was fucking.
I mean,
It was
like,
so weird.
The gimmick, you know, like for instance, the cosplay is just because Eva in chat says it creates a sense of scarcity. It gives you something unique. I guess you know what I mean. Like it's just
Exactly.
people. Dead by Daylight is a weird game, bro. Like I streamed the game like twice or 3 times, and my stream did so much better than any other streams. In that like time, like my channel has like stagnated for like the past half year. Since COVID started, really, my channel has kind of been like this flat line with the occasional like, you know, like and Dead by Daylight. Like I don't know what it was about that game that just like doubled my views, doubled every stat that I had, just got doubled by Dead by Daylight. I was like, wow. So I'd say that Dead by Daylight definitely is a niche that still can be filled. Because people are definitely looking for new people to watch. Because why the fuck would
Dead by
they
Daylight is
stay
weird.
into my stream?
Had the
you know
same
what I mean?
experience in DayZ. It seemed like
DayZ?
a lot
Yeah.
of people in the DayZ streams, there were a lot of people just like looking for new people to watch or looking for a new server to play on.
Okay.
And yeah, that was a weird time. I don't know. Like it just seemed like there was some kind of void in DayZ streams that people were looking for.
Wow. Yeah, it's a kind of
Yeah,
like, you know, basically, I've kind of just been like struggling, and I'm like, it's kind of the same thing. I'm like, I
How's
enjoy
playtime, bro?
streaming. I enjoy streaming, but it's not fun to see your numbers go down, even though you know what I mean? Like, even though you're doing it for fun, seeing your numbers go down is like, oh, you know, it's a bit of a sag. But
Yeah.
with World of Warcraft coming out, bro, I'm gonna be playing WoW for the rest of the year, and we'll see where my channel goes, dude, because that'll probably be all I stream, with the occasional, like, and D&D, of course. But I feel like World of Warcraft and D&D, it's still like...
Yeah, they go like hand in hand pretty much, don't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
You just got to get good.
So-
at
That
WoW,
is-
simply.
Bro, I'm gonna be doing
And then cosplay
Mythic
while
Plus
you're doing
raids,
it.
dude. Mythic... I am thinking of, once I fucking find some money, right, to kind of, do a little rebrand, get some new scenes, maybe like little fantasy themed, you know what I mean? Like little WoW-esque
Yeah.
scenes and shit. Just to kind of make that part of my brand, but money, smile. so we'll get to that when we get there, you know?
You know, Twitch is a very volatile thing. Like, and it's very easy to, especially now that I don't do it, it's very easy for me to sit back and went, this is why you're not doing well. It's very easy for me to do, and in reality, I don't have, like, who the fuck am I to say any
Right.
of
Yeah,
that
no,
shit,
but
you know?
there's you can still, like, it's really... Like there's a difference between knowing what you're talking about, and being a dick, right? Like there's definitely it's a fine line, but there is a line that kind of like separates.
I think oh fuck. I know people who've been in the same sort of situation as you, Para, where I mean, there's probably fucking thousands of people that found their success on YouTube and then came to Twitch, and obviously that gave them a big boom. They already had a little sort of jumping off point. Trying to do it the other way around is it is a volatile Wild West of like
it's hard
throwing shit at the wall, seeing what the fuck's gonna stick, and like yeah, I don't know. Like the thing that I think I envy most is that you can easily look back and be like, oh, that's why this did well. Whereas some days you have streams that are no different to like a stream that you did the day before, but you've got double the viewers, double the chatters, gaining followers, playing the same game, doing the same thing with the same people, and like you look back and you're like, what's different? And at the end of the day, it's like, oh, it was a different day of the week. You started at a different time. So there's there's really no easy, reliable fact a lot of the time when you look back and you're like, why was that stream so good? But it feels good when that stream is good.
Picking your broadcast time is, I would say, one of the most important things to do. Because it is that weird thing where there's more users on the site at around like 6 o'clock our time, dude. Like there's more users on the site that are actually engaging, but they're off doing something else. You know, they're somewhere else.
Yeah, there are more streamers.
There are more streamers that are on like evening times. Yeah. The Americans, like they start at their lunchtime or whatever. And it's so weird seeing people who have switched up their streaming schedule from streaming from the evening to starting in the morning, and they've just absolutely boomed. Literally because they have changed their streaming time. And I could never do it. I was like, right, I know my demographic is Americans, I'm going to stick to American time. I never had the balls to do it.
Somehow, like, half of my, a considerable portion of my demographic, or audience, I should say, is now South African, and they're an hour after us. But it doesn't seem to matter when I stream; like they'll come through. So
because they've got no power, dude.
Yeah, how do they come through? I should start planning my streams around whatever the fucking load shedding
stuff.
Yeah. so I can stream when the South Africans have power.
We should have asked Enrico about load shedding last week.
Oh, that's true, actually. I feel like there was so much stuff with Enrico we didn't get into. Might have to have him again, and probably the same with Para, honestly. Simply enough, right? DS stands for Dark Souls, right?
Yeah.
Where's the Paragon come from?
Paragon was a name I've had since I was 15, and I changed my Xbox Live gamer tag to Paragon XV when I was 15, and I thought Roman numerals were cool.
Roman numerals, pretty cool, man.
I literally looked up, like, I was like, something word in Latin, and then whatever the Latin word would be, I'd be like, yeah, that looks cool. And then Paragon came up, and I thought, oh, cool, that just sounds cool. That was pretty much it. I think it was like
a buzzword, and it stuck for life.
Yeah, that's literally it. And then I haven't had a different alias since. I mean, people call me Para, which I prefer. But yeah, it's not, unfortunately, this amazing thing where it's like I found my username at the top of a mountain pass and forever.
Well, no, I feel like everyone went through like a million aliases, and everyone got their names different ways. It's like. Oh, I was 11 and I made my Hotmail account, so now I'm called Penguin of Doom XD. Like it is what it is.
Cola, bro.
So Cola. That's a legacy. The best thing about So Cola is that it's just a misspelling of what he actually wanted to be called in the first place. But now it's his name for life.
So Cooler, but I misspelled.
Yeah, he was supposed to be called So Cooler, which is still fucking abysmal. Honestly,
he was like
So Cola came out better.
You know what I mean?
Like, imagine if he'd actually been called So
Cooler,
Cooler. He would have had to have changed it by now.
True,
because So Cooler is just dreadful. But yeah, like, I mean, I went through a few. I was called Interrobang for a while. I thought that was a cool word.
That's hard to spell, but
Well, it's because it's a punctuation that is like an exclamation mark inside of a question mark. So like interro being from interrogate and bang because there's an exclamation mark. Like it's literally a real thing. It's just no one uses them. And I thought I was really fucking funny and clever because, you know, like the default Steam picture was like that question mark.
Yeah.
So my Steam picture was just, it looked just like that but with an exclamation point in it. So I was like, oh, you know, funny XD. But I had to change. So I went from Sarduk to Interrobang because I joined a Dota clan, and there was a guy in the clan with the same name, but like he was banned. So when I tried to join, they were like, "Hold on, what's?" So I had to change my name, and then and then when I left, I went back to Sarduk again. No.
You didn't? Oh, me and Thygan, Jesus Christ, we've had some aliases. Blooming neck. So we used to do game battles for Halo 3 and Gears of War. Game battles is literally like the fucking boomer version of esports, right? When esports was just starting and you had to register online, you could make your clan and whatever. And how old are we? Maybe we was in our very early teens, maybe like 12, 13 or whatever. And we had Genetic Gangsters was our clan.
Hell
right?
yeah, dude.
GG. And
GG.
Thygan was called GGXX Killer, spelled with an A, XX, right? My name was a little bit cooler.
Oof.
Yeah. My name was a little bit cooler. Mine was GG Throwback, but all the letters were like capitalized and lowercase and stuff like that.
Oh,
Thought I got the better thing, but and then I went to again, big Halo guy. Then I went to my alias was Spartan M315
clever.
because
original.
I was born on the 15th of March. Yeah. So I'm so fucking glad I changed that.
I don't know, man. I can see Spartan M315 blowing up, dude. I don't know. Making Dark Souls lore videos.
Playing Dark Souls, but with a fucking Master Chief helmet on.
Master Chief.
That's your gimmick, bro. There you go.
There you go, dude.
Like Master Chief visits different fucking game universes. Dude, I can see it happen already. Boom. There's your gimmick, Para. You're welcome.
Just
Pay me
so
when you make
bad,
it, bro.
dude. Just so bad.
I see. I use, like, I change my Steam name a lot. In fact, the number of people who complain about how much I change my Steam name honestly spurs me on to do it more. Because, like, it's just like a blank canvas for bad memes, dude. The number of awful Steam names that I've had over the years. Like,
Dota Rebondo.
Like, yeah, Dota Rebondo, which, like, even when I try and explain the meme, isn't funny at all. Like, my homie said something dumb one time. Like, but, like... Dude, Steam is such a beautiful platform. You can change your names like anything at any time. You could probably throw some slurs in there and it would last for a while until you got reported. Like, Steam, it's a beautiful thing. And so yeah, like, although Sir Duke started when I was playing Warcraft 3, playing Dota on Warcraft 3, and I was like, yo, what's a cool name? Dude, I don't give myself enough credit because it's a fucking good name, dude. Let's be real. Way back then, dude, however old I was, 11, 12, whatever, dude, shout out to me coming up with
Where'd the 33 come from?
33 is my date of birth. I had to have it for Twitch because it was already a
1933.
Yeah, 1933.
Oh, okay.
No, 3rd of March.
I was gonna say, you look really good for like 80, 90 years old.
But yeah, like, obviously when I signed up for Twitch, there was already a Sir Duke, and guess what? I raided him one time. Not that great, bro. Not that great.
Why he's not successful. You spent 2 minutes in a stream and you know why he's not successful.
But all that matters is I beat him to affiliate, so I have Sir Duck as my emote prefix. And he has Sir Duck 1, so or Sir Do 1 probably. Get fucked.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Nice.
But yeah.
Wait, can't affiliates change that now?
The emote prefix? No idea, but
no idea actually.
Why would I? I got Sir Duck.
The line between affiliate and a partnership draws thinner every day.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so here's like, obviously, you're a partner Good for you. You got it from. You had a successful. I mean, kudos. You had a successful YouTube career, brief as it may have been, and that is obviously an easy segue. You've got what 60k plus subs?
3 fucking years.
60k plus subs. You stream on Twitch. 3 years is a brief career. Okay, are you gonna?
Dude, I'm retired. I'm done, dude.
Okay, dude.
He's made bank of that one more video. He's good, bro.
Listen,
Dude. CPM is off the chain, dude.
See, I get like these moments. So, Rustage and a few, so they're nerdcore rappers. Okay, now I don't listen
popped off, bro.
to nerdcore rap or anything like that. But Rustage is
hold
a
on,
nerdcore
hold on.
rapper.
What the fuck is nerdcore rap?
They rap about anime.
You know Dan Bull? Who makes rap?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, okay.
Like
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The hustle, the hustle is unreal, right? I know guys that like they managed to write, produce, and release a song about like a manga every fucking week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like kudos to him. The hustle's insane. He has about 600k now on YouTube. He started streaming on Twitch, obviously does very well on Twitch. And sometimes I look and I'm like, God, dude, he's not a Twitch streamer, dude. He doesn't deserve that. But at the end of the day, like, the hustle is real. Like, the guy works fucking hard. And of course, if he's got a big YouTube audience,
yeah, it's funny as well because
I had a point.
like, I think it was about
where I was going with it.
I think it was about like last year or some shit, like maybe a year and a half ago, when you mentioned you went to your like school reunion or some shit right before Twitch London.
More than 2 years ago now.
2 years ago, whatever. Yeah. And obviously you and Rustage, you went to school together apparently, and you were like, oh, I didn't even fucking know. And you kind of talked, and then he kind of like watched the stream. We played some Apex with him a little bit here and there, right? And then like he was making an Apex rap, right? And he was still very baby YouTuber. He was not baby YouTuber.
No, he had about 60k at the time.
I thought he was smaller, but like, but in that time, he's fucking blown up, dude.
Yeah,
he's fucking omega.
He's gone from like I think it was 40-50k when I met him, which was at the end of uni, and now he's at like 600k. But like I said, like all of those guys, like the hustle is ridiculous. I can't write a song to save my life, so the ability to write and produce a song in like weekly just blows my mind. But yeah, it's obviously you got partner from your YouTube hustle, right? And credit to you. Being an affiliate, as although you say like the line, the sort of line blurs greater every day. Obviously, when you're streaming as an affiliate, Twitch hits you with the path to partner, right? And it's like every stream,
the most demotivating shit ever.
Every stream, you get an email from Twitch that's like, "Yo, path to partner, bro," and it's like, you've just got to tick these 3 boxes, and one of them is like stream on 10 days in 1 month, stream for this many hours in 1 month, and then it's like, yeah, bam, dude, you're killing it, 75 average viewers, and you're like, what? Like, come on, you could throw a few more steps in there before like the colossal titan of the achievements that feels so unreachable a lot of the time.
They give you.
And I'm not saying they need to bring that down, but I just think they should maybe pad it out a bit with like these other things that you might have to do before you get partner, because you're definitely not gonna manage to get 75 average viewers.
I do think there needs to be a step between. I think there needs to be affiliate, something in between them partner, like because let's be honest, like not honest. This literally isn't to degrade affiliates whatsoever. There is a lot of good affiliates out there. But there is a lot of shit affiliates.
Because it's very easy to get affiliate.
It's very easy to get affiliate. I really think like. As an affiliate, I want for me, if I look at the platform now as someone who used to do it, I want an affiliate to have this goal of like, right, I've hit this next step. Yeah. I've unlocked, I don't know, fucking ad revenue or whatever, because affiliates don't get ad revenue, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Do they? Yeah. Well, fuck me.
Yeah.
Fuck me then. But let's just say you unlock like a different thing at the middle part, and then I feel it's like, because going from affiliate to then having to meet the requirements for partner is such a massive
huge.
leap.
It's
Well,
a huge
they
leap.
kind of made a gradient, right? So it's like there are poo-poo affiliate and then like good affiliate, and that gradient is how many emote slots you have. That's basically it. Like
Yeah.
how many emotes, because that is determined by how many subs you've had.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, like when someone gets affiliate, they will just like either they'll do a stream where someone just like throws gift subs at them, or they'll like gift subs in their own channel and then get emote slots that way. So even that doesn't feel super legitimate. But I agree with what you're saying purely because like you're right. It's very easy to get affiliate, and there's a lot of affiliates out there that are like, you know, bottom of the barrel. Let's face it. Not great streamers, not enjoyable content, not fun to watch or anything like that. And it's like,
yeah,
it would be
I don't
cool
know.
because that kind of devalues affiliate as a whole. When everyone's affiliate, no one is, right? When it's
Yeah,
that easy to get
exactly.
affiliate, what's the point?
Because I think what's the fucking what's the requirements for affiliate? Like 50 followers, 3
50
viewers,
followers,
and-
3 concurrent viewers,
Yeah, like
Like,
and like stream 3
That
different days in 1
argument-
week or something.
yeah.
that argument that you said about devaluing the actual affiliate as a whole, that was
Yeah.
from a partner's perspective, that was what a lot of partners had with the changes to affiliate, because it did feel like they was devaluing partnership. Because
Yeah.
off the top of my head, like back when I got partnership, I knew what I had that affiliates didn't have. But right now, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. I had no idea.
You got the
like,
tick, bro.
You can unlock. That's. Yeah, we have the tick that you get yelled at. if you speak
Okay,
in someone
I can
else's
break it
chat.
down. I can break it down. You get the tick, you get more emote slots, you get more revenue. Because
I don't.
for an affiliate, you cover the costs of Twitch paying you from your payout. For a partner, Twitch covers that cost. So you just get more.
Oh, I thought you was on about the split.
No, the split
No.
Like-
is
like-
the same.
Oh, okay,
but
right.
We
Yeah,
pay
yeah.
processing fees out of our payout, whereas
Yeah.
you wouldn't. And that, I mean, again, it's a very small difference. I mean, subs are they say it's 50-50, but if you're outside of the US, you still get a little bit less, right? I assume that goes for you as well, where you don't actually get $2.50 for a sub.
Make sure you're doing your because I did that for the first 3 months of.
I fixed my
being an
tax shit,
affiliate.
but
Okay.
when you get a sub, it's worth like
Prime is worth
230.
less. Prime
Prime's
is
worth
worth
more.
less. I've noticed.
Prime's worth more.
For that's changing. For me, Prime was worth less.
So then that might be another distinction between
Distinct-
There you go.
partner and
Yeah.
affiliate is that you probably do get 250 for a sub and we don't. For us, a regular sub, because we're out, I think because like we're EU, we get a little bit less, and I think that's probably where the processing thing is taken into account. We would get about 230.
Right.
Prime subs we get 250. Like we actually get the full amount for a
Wow.
Prime sub, which is really strange.
See, that was
That's weird.
that was turned on its head for me. Like I remember when I think I got 220 for Prime and then 240 for normal.
That's
Wow.
weird.
That's weird.
Again, this was maybe 2 years ago. I haven't
Yeah.
looked at the metrics
breakdown.
and all that since then, so I've no need to. But back then, that's what it used to be.
But yeah, I mean, like, where this all started was you tired of people complaining to you, right? That they weren't going anywhere. Would you say that's basically where we got to this point?
Yeah, it's always been a long
Sort of.
road.
Yeah. That
yes,
happened too.
yes and no, because part of me obviously wants to see people succeed. The other part of me is frustrated when they're ignorant to the fact of why they're not.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that is from an
Well,
outside perspective.
I
It's
think that goes
frustrating.
for, I mean, obviously that probably goes more so for yourself now that you're not so much in the bubble. But for anyone, like an outside perspective of why they're not succeeding is so, it can be so easy for other people to see and so hard for yourself to see, because at the end of the day, like, you have to admit you're wrong. You have to admit that what you are doing isn't right, and that's why. And like, that is way harder than being like, oh, the system's broken, you know?
Yeah. Especially if you've been doing it for, like, let's say someone's been doing it for 5 years, and and it's like they're comfortable in what they're doing, but let's say it's not working. Yeah. It's very hard for someone who is comfortable in their routine to be like, yo, you got to change things up, man. Otherwise, it's not going to work. But it's like, okay, well, how? Like, do I have to start streaming completely differently? And then, I don't know, it's a dangerous game to play, because
that's kind of
you look at yourself.
I don't be like super dead ass. Like, that's where I'm at. I'm looking, like, right now, I'm comfortable with what I'm doing, but it's not working. And I'm looking for, like, so what do I do? And it's really hard. Like, I'm trying to fucking...
Yeah, it is. You'll beat yourself up about it, and that's really...
like, I'm not necessarily beating myself up
about
healthy. But it's just... I'm looking to change things. I just don't know where to start. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, there's... There's so many trees, I can't see the forest anymore, you know? Like, it's,
some shit like that.
It's a Dutch saying, you
know?
It's
like...
It's tough.
There's a lot. I mean... Like with the way that you made it in, I mean, although you know that you filled a niche that and that's why you sort of took off. Like, if you'd been like a week later or a week or 2 weeks later, you know, that video might not have gone anywhere, right? So much of this shit is about luck or timing and like right place, right time.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And like, I think I'm right now, I'm at a point where I feel like what I'm doing is right, because I've been doing better like over the course of the last year. And I know it's not explosive, but I'm like, pause champ, like kind of waiting for something to happen, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's probably an easy trap for a lot of people to get into. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, man, I just need to be that lucky guy that gets on a Mr. Beast video, or that lucky guy that gets a raid from X streamer, you know?
Like, legit.
I got raided by the Time Man before, and it doesn't do shit, bro. You get like one stream that's like Pog, and after that everybody fucks off. So.
I honestly believe that, because you've got that Apex thing coming up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know much about the tournament or whatever, or the organization or whatever, but I do genuinely believe in situations like this, and not to put pressure on you, if you perform well,
yeah, if I perform well,
it's going to reflect. Yeah,
but I'm squared up with this guy.
It's going to reflect.
So like, oh fuck, dude. Oh no. So here's the thing, okay? Actually, I thought you were gonna go somewhere else with that. And now in my brain, I'm like, because I thought you were gonna be like, you've got a thing coming up, plug the shit out of it. And I think I'm gonna. And you didn't even go there, but I think I'm gonna.
No, you definitely should plug it. But there's that thing as, if you do perform well, some fucking Apex Andy's gonna be like, yo, I want to perform well as well. Let's go watch this dude. Right? Again, not to put pressure, but
okay. Playing in a tournament like that is
good luck is all I'm saying.
Exposure is exposure, right? It is what it is. Whether I perform well or not, it might. I mean, whether we perform well or not, it might be a good fucking chance anyway. But at the same time, like, I mean, it's the Indie Gaming League. I have no idea how big it is. And if they are like, if it's at the point where I'm just getting random emails from a dude saying like, yo, you want to play my tournament? Chances are it's not that big, right? like I get like 20 viewers playing gold ranked in Apex. I don't think I'm the fucking the cash cow of Apex Legends, you know, professional gaming. But it's still really cool. I mean, someone came into my stream today and they said, yo, are you a pro gamer? And I was like, fuck no. But by the way, I am playing in a tournament this November. And they were like, yo, sick segue, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I'm still able to say I made money playing Dota 2 once, right? Like,
True,
just
bro.
that experience is probably going to be a fucking good time, even if we get wasted and doo-dooed on and whatever.
Circle hugging, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, we gotta. I think we gotta train and we gotta learn to play like that. And we
Play
gotta
to win.
sweat some
Like,
ranks.
we need to play to win.
And we need to learn to play to win. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get shit on. I think there's actually
the scoring system is gonna be is placements, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's not. You get nothing for kills, do you?
I'm pretty sure it's just placement because it's like, oh,
Yeah,
his
so-
we're
We're gonna have 13 team final circles. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
It's gonna, but whatever happens, like, I think it's gonna be a good time, and it's gonna be an experience. And from playing Dota in competitive shit, nothing is more exhilarating than being in those situations in a game. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be an experience. Like I've never, I'm a super fucking casual at Apex.
Yeah.
Right? Like there are days where I play well, there are weeks where I play shit, right? But it's gonna be a fun time just to experience that. Like, okay, so this is how a tournament works. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be an experience. Maybe it'll be a good chance for exposure, but the thing is that, and I started saying like, oh yo, yeah, we're playing in a fucking tournament, let's plug this shit. Wouldn't it suck if we just died like first and we're out, you know?
I mean, we have to play like what 10 games or some shit. Like it's a lot of games we have to play, like back to back.
I just thought it was like private lobbies and.
Yeah, it's private lobbies, but it's like it's not just one game and we're done. It's
okay.
You know,
We'll see how it goes.
over
We'll see how it
X
goes.
amount of games.
Either
That
way,
reminds me of that Henrico thing.
What?
With Henrico was hyping up that battle royale event that we
Yeah, and he
was
fucking-
doing at the Daisy, and they just died straight away.
but it's gonna be a good time. Whatever happens,
Yeah.
and yeah. No, I think
exactly.
you're right though. Like shit like that those are the opportunities you gotta take.
It can't hurt you. Well, it can, but
No, it literally
But
can't.
not
How
as-
could it? Right?
oh no, well I guess no, you can't.
Yeah, because like
just
the
get
people who come to my stream to watch me, they're all gonna be fucking holding their pogs, bro. They're all gonna be.
Pause, champ.
I don't know. I've seen
Shame.
you, Chad. They might be wishing for your demise. Let's be honest.
I know
No.
at least like Rolling Stone will be there. Hyped for me. Okay.
Yeah, Shay and Anton, I don't believe for a second that they're gonna be like, yeah.
Oh no,
it's
Anton
wins."
absolutely. Shay, I don't know. But yeah, I think
Shade just wants you to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Hello Kitty Island. But yeah, guys, let's end stream right now and go play Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Smile.
Okay.
Do it.
But actually, no, I have a question because it's a decent segue and it's just something I'm curious about. Have you ever, been a competitive? I mean, well, we talked about what was it called? What the fuck is it called? The Halo
Game battles.
Battles.
Game battles.
Game battles.
Do you have any recent exploits in competitive gaming?
My most recent one is For Honor and getting to a high ranking.
Dude,
For Honor.
For
Like,
Honor is a fucking game, dude.
I can't remember. Was it Diamond in For Honor? Like, I think I got to Diamond and then that was kind of like I plateaued.
Yeah, I got to Diamond because of a bug in the off season. Like, I just logged on. There was no ranks, but it said my rank was Diamond, and I was like, no, fuck yeah, dude, I can retire now. Who did you main?
I mained Warden and Lawbringer.
Lawbringer's Pog, but Warden?
Lawbringer was not Pog 1v1.
Yeah, you just
It
shove
was
people
not.
around,
It
bro.
was awful.
No, I think I'm with you.
Warden, I used to know the guy. You know a guy called Havoc?
No.
He's pretty much was one of the best Wardens that played the game,
Right.
and he came from the Dark Souls community. So I knew him from the Dark Souls community, and then when he went over to For Honor, we knew each other, and then he kind of like showed me how to play.
How to
and then
shoulder
I
how to
just
shoulder charge people non-stop.
shoulder charge feint people
Yeah.
nonstop. And yeah, that was like my most competitive thing. I I did get a bit competitive in Dark Souls PvP when I really had no right to. Dark Souls PvP is a mess.
Yeah.
it's not particularly competitive.
I played for once, and we have a buddy, Sodium Swede. I don't know if you've ever seen him or talked to him in chat or whatever. But Duke was visiting me. Like, he was...
in Netherlands.
Yeah. You were here
Yeah.
when that happened.
Because I was coaching.
Yeah, because you were coaching me, right? He was like, Dutch, install For Honor, let's play. I fucking do whatever. And hold on, I gotta segue. You're telling me to chill with the Pepe laugh while you live in a country that XDs after every sentence? Sorry, Corporal Longslung, you have no right to talk to me, you peasant. Thank you. Anyway. So Swede gets very angry, right? And I obviously never played the game before, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'll fucking 1v1 Swede, smile. And I don't know, kicked his ass, and I got him to throw his controller to the floor. And I was like,
The thing is,
never played the game again.
You kicked his ass, but you watch that clip and you're just spamming lights as Shigoki, and he dies, and it's like the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Are you guys into fighting games?
I was big into For Honor.
Because
I was really big into For Honor.
I dabbled in Injustice 2. I enjoyed Mortal Kombat 10.
I was gonna say,
like, they never
another one of the
really
games.
stick with me. I don't know.
Another one of the games that I got quite competitive in was Injustice 2, and there is nothing worse than fighting somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, because as as an experienced player, you're waiting for the feints, you're waiting for the combos to react to them and stuff. Whereas if it's an inexperienced player, they're gonna do shit you haven't seen since you started, and it's gonna throw you off so much.
They're playing Raider and they just let the heavy go, and you're like, what? Who does that?
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Who does that? Yeah, and so that was fun.
So, oh man, dude, I could talk about For Honor forever, dude. I love that game. Still.
But
it's a good ass time, dude.
I never really got into it. I don't know. Like I got it.
Because you're a casual.
Yes. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
literally
it. Said I wasn't.
You don't know what it feels like when your blood boils, and then you get the light parry and kill the dude. You know, like, it's just.
Have you played Warmonger yet?
No, I haven't touched the game in like a year at least, because.
Dude, I installed it again not too long ago. It's pretty good.
Apparently, it's the best it's been. Like.
Yeah, it is.
But the last time I picked it up, who's the fuck with the big axe? Not Raider, but the one with the double-headed axe. I think the Chinese one.
Oh god, I can't remember the name.
That
he came after Matching Fire, I think.
Yeah, that and the dude with the hammer, Jormungand or whatever.
Jormungand,
it was so AIDS. I just couldn't do it. I could not do it. I didn't know how they worked, and they just seemed so fucking overpowered. So I just kind of didn't go back. Didn't go back.
I am part of this conversation. Smile. Anyway, I don't want to break up this awesome conversation that I really have a lot of input in, but it has been we've been going for a little while.
I feel like, well, I'm sure you're hankering to get back on WoW. I mean, maybe we'll just end the podcast and me and Parag can just sit here and talk about For Honor.
I've got food coming.
Like, listen, man. Rendering already takes fucking five hours, so I don't want to...
No, you're right. But I mean, I feel like there may end up being a part 2 for this, same as the Henrico one at some point. Like,
yeah, I'm down.
There's so much we haven't talked about, and we mostly just talked about like strategizing to grow.
We got the origin story of ParagonDS,
yes,
which is good.
Yeah.
You know? We got the origin story and the final chapter. We missed everything in between, but we got the...
Dude, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that I didn't get into how fucking depressed I was during my time streaming.
I mean,
it was such a dude. Without going into it, it was my whole content creation. It's such a fucking dark part of my life, dude. And that's like, it's so fucking. If I think about going back to it now, it's awful. It's one of the worst.
Like that's wild to me, right? Because streaming is like the one thing that makes me happy. You know what I mean? So like, to hear someone's like, I've never been as depressed as I've been during live streaming. I was like, wow. You know, I'm just like, what?
I feel like everyone in content creation is just high strung and has either hates it or loves it or both, or hates themselves, you know. Because you just, I guess you got to be a certain type of person to. It's the same with comedians, you know. Like it's like a lot of comedians are depressed or have mental health issues. It's just like when you have this sort of, I guess, like drive or desire to be an entertainer, to entertain other people, and to put yourself out there. Like it's always it takes its toll. It's a rough time, but
dude,
yeah,
there was literally a point. Maybe this is gonna sound so fucking bad now because not many people know it happened. But about 9 months ago, I literally got on stream and I just fucking cried. Dude.
I remember seeing the tweet.
Rob was there. Yeah, Rob was there, and it was weird because the headspace is like, right, you know you don't like this, but this is where you go to like vent, right?
Right.
Dude, it fucking sucked, and honestly, I'm never doing it again. Like, big ups to the people who carry on doing it. It's not for me, dude.
It's everyone has to put an immense amount of pressure on themselves, and you expect a lot from yourself. You expect a lot from your audience. You expect a lot from your platform, and it's just everyone processes it differently. It sucks when you're good at it and you hate it. But that could go for literally any job, you know, like at the end of the day, like if you don't want to do it, don't do it. You're out of it.
Yeah.
It's definitely a different side to the coin than like what a lot of people see, right? Because when you browse Twitch or you browse YouTube and you see content creators who love what they do and they act like, well, I mean, obviously, you started off saying, we all have personas, right? Everyone has to kind of treat it like it's the best thing that ever happened to them. And if you very rarely see when there's someone that's like, actually, dude, I just don't want to do this. This is the worst thing ever.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
And I think there's definitely an element of endurance, because like I said earlier, it seems like there's a majority of people that there's definitely aspects of content creation that just ruins your mental state, whether it's the comments or like, I mean, I get anxiety just starting stream and I beat myself up about a lot of shit and it's not good, but there's definitely like a level of endurance where it's like I can deal with this to an extent. I can definitely take that shit on board.
It's weird because like when I don't really have that anxiety when I like stream, like my day-to-day streaming. Like I kind of pride myself a little bit for the fact that I'm not that much different on stream than I am off stream. Like
me too. I turn a
few dials up to 11.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm a little louder.
And some down to 0.
When I'm in some down to 0.
The gamer word dial gets.
The gamer word dial gets turned off. But like like when I'm streaming, I'm a lot louder and a little more like I'm a little more high energy.
Yeah.
But other than that, like the only thing that I really get nervous about, and literally every time I do it, I'm like, is D&D, Dungeon Select. I get so nervous every time I push that go live button on Sunday, bro, because I'm like, I want this to go well. You know what I mean?
You know
like,
why though?
No?
Because it's something that you've created and built, right?
Yeah.
And that something is being put out to the world for other people to judge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's any artist with their art, it's
like that makes me like the first half hour of Dungeon Select, I'm just like, and then I'll be fine. You know what I mean? But the first half hour, I'm like, ugh.
I think that combined with the fact that like you're presenting it directly to your friends, right? It's not like
that's true.
you and chat, which is a text box. It's like you have to impress and essentially perform for the party as well as chat, and you have to take something that you've created and is precious to you and just kind of put it out there and hope people like it. For me, I mean, I went to music school. I was in school plays. I love fucking performing for people, but everyone gets like it's not stage fright, but I think most people get a little shaky before they get out on stage, right? And like yeah, when I open OBS, it's like a 3-step fucking journey for me to like open OBS, then hit go live, and then actually get on screen. And like people often complain or make bits about like, oh, my going live shit is so long, but it's like I need a minute, dude. Like I need a minute between clicking go live and getting into the headspace of like, all right, I'm streaming. This is it, because it's a weird headspace to get into when you're going on screen and you're performing for people. Good ass time, though.
It can be.
It can be.
I love it. I love being the center of attention.
I think we definitely need a part 2 for this.
Yeah.
We definitely have to have you on again at some point, Para, if you are so inclined.
There was definitely like, yeah, we definitely do, because there was one point there where you said, "Oh, chat is just a text box."
Yeah.
I really love that, because I very much agree with that. So I do want to, I do want to drill your mind about that when we do this again. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do this again in a few weeks.
I want
for sure.
at least next week a solo episode with Dutch, just so that we can figure out recording video separately and seeing if we can get the video sync better in the recorded aftermath. We're still kind of in the process of like tweaking stuff, because basically, Para, you've been recording on Audacity, I've been recording on Audacity, Dutch has as well. And then I take all of that and I take a short clip with us clapping, sync it all together, and process it so that the final product sounds a little better than a Discord call.
Yeah.
And now we're just kind of ironing out and doing some fine tuning. But yeah, Para, thanks for coming on, man. ParagonDS.
Thanks for coming on.
Watch his YouTube videos. You'll get a few pennies in the mail.
You've got a few pennies, Smile. You got, you know.
You still get paid, right? If people watch your videos, you're still gonna get. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Watch the ads to the end, guys. Paragons.
Yeah, all of them.
I'm not in the mood for the Among Us tonight, chat. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Okay. I'm sorry. But I think we're gonna just end.
He's gonna go
here.
play WoW.
I'm gonna play WoW, but I'm gonna just have a vibe off stream. A vibe off stream with the boys playing WoW. All right, chat. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we have an Apex date with SoColar. And then Sunday is D&D time. And then next week is just gonna be WoW. With like maybe a little sprinkle of Apex here and there. That's gonna be, bro, low-key, dude, that's gonna be my schedule for the next months. Is gonna be World of Warcraft and the occasional Apex stream. And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry, because I'm loving what I'm doing at the moment, chat.
I'm gonna check the date exactly for the November showdown, but my plan for the next week, fingers crossed, is to play
next
Alien
Saturday
Isolation.
Next Saturday is Halloween, so I'm doing this big like 12-hour, subathon thing, big Halloween stream. We're playing Amnesia Rebirth, playing Laserfair 2 if we have time left, so it's gonna be a good time as well. Saturday, starting at 8 p.m. CT.
All right. Pyro, thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, catch you guys next time. This has been Still Podcast, and we'll see you.
Please vape and dab.
True. Before we go, Para, to close the stream off, you're gonna have to vape and dab.
Dude, I would ask you to play like a song.
On YouTube, this will slowly like fade out as you're vaping and dabbing. That'll be the end of the video.
Oh, Dutch will do a smoke effect where like you blow out from the vape and it takes over the whole video and then fades out.
Sure.
I think yeah.
He does look like Jack Black.
Literally, I can't see anything. So.
That's epic.